Hello, this is Martin here. Welcome to a new episode of Markets Tomorrow, the daily technical analysis show. And this is for September 3rd, Friday 2021. Yes, the market is rocking, it's moving like a rocket, right? Another all time high day. So, as usual, we will look at the pre market analysis for September 3rd. And we'll be analyzing the charts based on all the parameters that you see on the left side. And in addition, we'll have further analysis on the open interest data, institutional participation, sectoral watch, and then global commodities, etc. Right? And we'll wrap up with an action. If you're not subscribed, do it right away and share it to your friends. Thank you. So without wasting time, let's get into the charts. What do we have here? This is a new all-time high. The candlestick is bullish, green bullish. Right? BANKNIFTY. It's taking some time to load some reason. Yes, so BANKNIFTY also it's a bullish candle, but it does not cross the previous gravestone dodges high. Okay. So if you look at the charts, it's very evident that whatever we thought yesterday, this is a bull trap, and you have a gravestone doji here. So it's clear bearish sign. Here the bearishness still persists a little bit because it has moved over to 50 points and it is not crossed the previous day high. But in Nifty, it is this bull trap bearish just acted as a retracement. In our view, that there could be an indication of a retracement has gone wrong and then should have been made another new all-time high of 17,245. So that's the level that we're talking about. Let's see what happened in the low time frames. See a pattern of dojis here. Small body candle 1, 2, 3, 4. That's positive 230 in the CC candles. But what happened throughout the day? If you look at September 2nd, it was trending up more on the Nifty, right? But if you look at BANKNIFTY, it was trending up after some hesitations, right? There was some kind of consolidation in the triangular form, and then it headed up, but it did not make that kind of point because it had dipped a little bit and then it started trending. So overall 260 kind of points is what, but it just closed on and the last candle is very bullish. So yeah, so it was trending more than happened throughout the day if you look, right? Now let's look at the support resistances. So here we go. So we have a new all-time high and the 38% Fibonacci extension is crossed, and the next upward level can be looked at 17,420, 425. That is the 50% of Fib extension. And downside you have the support of 16,750 to 700 range, which is 23.6% Fib extensions level. Below that you have the Fib retracement level of 23, which is at 16,450 and 500, that range, between 350 and 500, that range. So then after that you have the psychological 16,000 and then 16,150, that band, right? So that's the supports below, and there is above you have the resistances at 15% first that has to be taken. So first it may be heading towards the first resistance that it may find is at 17,400 probably, right? It's uncharted territory for the Nifty. So BANKNIFTY, if you see, it has clearly conquered the previous resistance zone of 36,500 and now it is standing tall above that, right? That is a good thing. So the next it may be finding some resistance, the rounding number of 37,000, and after that the resistance upward is 37,700 all-time high previous. Support zones remain the same, 36,500 and 36. As long as that is held, it is upward mode. Below that you have 35 900 and 35 600, that's wrong, right? So that is the supports and resistance, right? Momentum is bullish, if you see, right? Clearly bullish on the Nifty. Already it is bullish, right? It's heading too much bullish, kind of, no? The momentum is not even taking any major correction except a small dip still, right? Very small correction. Every small dip is getting bought. That is what is happening. So trend wise, if you see Nifty, the trend is bent. The trend is bent. You can clearly see that it's in the bullish zone, so it is bent, but it's not going to be. Bearishness is far away, and the trend is still up. The strength of the trend is still up. Nothing has happened on that. Bank Nifty also, it has taken a bend, but is in the bullish zones, and the strength is rising up. That means there is a lot of further movement is what you can see from the indicator perspective on a daily short-term level. So that's the momentum. Now we have seen everything that we can see about resistances, momentum indicators, and the candlestick patterns and all seen, right? So based on that, we get the indication that bullishness is there. Bullish momentum, bullish trend is there. Candlestick also indicate bullishness, right? So it is crossing one by one. Bank Nifty is crossing other resistances one by one. Nifty is going in uncharted territory, right? And it's super bullish is what we understand from the chart analysis. Now let's do further analysis and see how do we look at the open interest data, right? Today is the expiry day. This is the data for the expiry day. So the open interest will be valid only after a trading day happens on the new expiry, that is for the 9th September, right? So today it found great resistance at 17,250 kind of levels. That is where the resistance of today's chart. If you see, the support is very much there at 200. So this 15 point in between it closed, right? So if you look at the next expiry data, it may not be very much relevant because expiry is only going to start. So you can see that the highest resistance is far away, 38,000 on the, is it 18,000 on the Nifty with the put call ratio of 1.1 bullish. Support is at 16,500, and then it has 17,000. So even 17,000 is very good put writing. Right? 17,200 also good put writing. So the first resistance will be probably 17,500 to be taken away. We talked about 7,400 as per the Fibonacci extension, right? So yeah, so this data is Bank Nifty 1.21 bullish, chart overall highest 36,800, right? Near to 37,000. 36,800, right? So resistance is seen as 30. So 37 is the first thing that has to be conquered, right? Once 36,900 and 37 is conquered, Bank Nifty will be heading to all-time high from there on, right? Oh, this is for the sorry. So next expiry is 9. So this is so what we saw earlier was today's action. The resistance is 37, did not allow it to cross that. Now 9 September, Brokerage is bullish 1.13, and 36,000 is the support, good support. 37 continues to be resistance there also. 38 after that, right? So taking away 37,000 will be the major thing that we have to look out for the next week expiry. Right? Now institutional data, I don't know whether it has come or not. Yes, it has come, and it is buying of 350 crores for the Fyers. DA is also about 380, so equal amount of buying is happening. Fyers not selling. He's the most, they're continuously buying since 4 or 5 days after the tapering event, right? And sector wise, if you see, it was a bullish day, but who did the moves? All of them moved, all are green, almost all of them rallied, right? If you look at the major moves, it's TCS, IT, dollar is rupee strengthening and dollar is weakening, still IT is rallying. The big boys, the HDFC and Reliance made the moves. ICICI Bank, big boys, Kodak, HUL, so all the big boys who moved the market up. But overall, all the sectors did well. So yesterday we saw some bearishness, but IT is not stopping, and then it continues bullishness, right? It will be cautiously bullish because dollar has come down. Metal continues to be sideways. We'll have to wait for it to catch up the momentum. Auto also continues to be sideways at a support zone. We'll have to wait for that to move above this zone of resistance and the momentum to catch up. Pharma, yes, it is hit the bull zones. Let's see if it can climb above it and then can cross this. Right, so once it climbs above, it may be time for, because it is bounced from a major support zone and then going to hit the previous resistance once again. If it is moving above this, then pharma is going to perform. So watch out on that. Pharma move at the neckline of the getting the bull zones probably. But as of now, IT, FMCG super move, right? So that's a super move of 1.5% of move in the index along HUL, right? Britannia, Dabur, Marico, all of these did well, except ITC. Even ITC did okay. So this is super bullish, right? FMCG and IT is what is clearly bullish. Others are all catching up or sideways. And you can see the reality was bullish. Yes, it's further shooting up. It went for the 1.5% today, right? So it was some patterns of flat kind of pattern. On the weekly we had discussed this, and then it is having a cup and handle, right? So the handle is breaking out. It broke out yesterday, and now today also it moved further up, right? So this is like a range shift, second attempt to bounce up. So this is bullish. Reality can be assumed that it is breaking out of the cup and handle, right? Not a perfect one, but yeah. So the next, what we have to see is how does VIX do today. VIX is interesting. It has got into a new zone actually, right? If you see VIX closed at 14.2, right? So gone are the days of the 10 and 11. Now it is 15, 14. So today it was more or less. Yesterday was a contra move on the VIX that happened when price moved down. VIX also moved down, right? So shooting up. But today you can see that VIX was trending up. Yeah. So today also, if you see, it's kind of a contra move, right? So VIX is shooting up, and Nifty is also shooting up, right? Well, VIX is shooting up. VIX is supposed to fall down, but it is trending in the same way, right? It's a contra move today also. Yesterday also same happened. Nifty fall down, and VIX also fall down. So shooting up. So this is a new, volatility regime, a new. So that may be another. Yesterday we discussed that. Yesterday if it is contra, then it may be indicating that the downfall is not real. Today it is indicating the other way. So we may have to assume from the volatility VIX that it may not be a real up move that happened today, and that tomorrow it may break down from there, right? So that's what we have to assume from what it shows. The contra movements in the VIX. That is something you have to keep a watch on. Then dollar is where all the action is happening. So dollar is showing that it is. Look at the daily chart. Yeah, it's getting further, little more bearish, right? Just fallen off that support, still trying to hang on there. So once it falls down, rupee can further strengthen. As of now, the currency pair rupee is seen as strengthened, but it does not further fall down, and it is hovering around this channel support, right? It's a long, very long channel support. It's taking a support of that, right? If it dips, it can go down to 72. So this is the beginning of the month, so probably little late, little few days, 1 week late, but still, it may be a good time to take a trade with a iron fly or an iron condor in the range of 74 and 72, because the assumption is that the price, even if it moves, it may find resistance here, and it may find support at 72 and 75, 74, right? It's two levels. You can try, provided you can adjust, right? So So that's an actionable. No? You can take a position on the USD INR. The margin requirements are also less, and then you should be able to know how to adjust when the breach happens, because the upside is very risky in the case of currencies, right? Yeah. So this is oil shooting up is not a good thing, right? Further shooting up to 70. There's OPEC meet or something. I'm not sure whether it's completed or not, but probably an implication of that. This is not good for the economy with the oil is shooting up, and no, yeah, rupee is strengthening. Yeah. So gold is supposed to perform when the USD is falling, but it is halting and consolidating for some trigger, right? Yeah, but the next target would be to hit the top, right? There is a resistance also there, so if only if that resistance is taken and the channel is broken, can we see the gold? Otherwise, it may be hovering around this channel, right? Right. So this is also kind of a cup and handle formation. That's the yeah. So if you see the weekly time frames, you can see that this gold is forming a cup and handle. It's very powerful. On weekly, it's good, right? So this can now the handle is being formed. Once the handle is completed, it can break out. So this is the best time for investing in gold, right? Because this can shoot up just like that. That is what the pattern, right? You can Google cup and handle pattern and you can understand, right? So that's the global markets. If you see, it's all green out there, right? After hitting the all-time highs, you can see that the it's heading up. Nasdaq is heading up, right? It's all-time zones. Dow Jones flat. Right? There is a channel slippage. Yeah, may have to adjust that with yeah. So Dow Jones is flat, and S&P 500 also is well trending upwards. Also, it's all green. UK market also, CAC, DAX, all are green. Chinese market also seen. So now we have to check this to pre-market for how it performed, right, during their market hours. As of now, no bearishness, no mega bullishness also seen anywhere, right? So yeah, so that's a wrap. So candlestick show bullishness, but it's an all-time high. It's a vertical move that happened. Had to be cautiously bullish, right? There, so otherwise momentum is moving up, right? There are prices vertically moved, and so be careful is all that support resistances are there. You should know how to play the support resistances intraday as well as when you're positionally planning also. We already discussed that, so stay cautiously bullish is all. Same thing that we talked yesterday also, because yesterday it indicated bearishness, right, clearly, but it didn't happen. But today we did not make a mega bullish move, but we did good big move, right, on the Nifty at least. But it was an expiry, so tomorrow will be the day really where we'll come to know about how the things are going to work out, right? So the only thing is we have to be very clear on breach of the support resistances, whatever trading that you are doing. Open interest does not give an indication, but VIX is showing some contra signal. So probably today's move may not sustain, right? But there's institutional buying is happening, no selling is happening, means you can still afford to be bullish further, much more, right? So, so global market is not giving any major event, or there's nothing is there as of now. So yeah, so that's a wrap up. I hope this helps, and then helps you to plan your trade for the next day. If you like it, hit the like button and share it to all. Thank you. Happy learning and happy trading.